Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked at a crumpled dollar bill in your wallet and wondered, where has this been, and what happens when it gets too old to use? We handle cash almost every day, but the journey of a single dollar bill is one of the most fascinating and secretive processes in the world. Today, we're pulling back the curtain and taking you on an incredible journey inside the US dollar factory. We'll uncover how your money is made, how it lives its life, and what happens when it's time for it to be reborn. This isn't just about printing paper. It's a story of security, technology, and a cycle that powers the global economy. So, get ready to discover the secrets behind how your dollar is reprinted. First, let's talk about the life of a dollar bill. It's a tough life. A $1 bill, for instance, changes hands hundreds, maybe even thousands of times. It gets folded, stuffed into pockets, run through washing machines, and even used for impromptu magic tricks. The Federal Reserve estimates that the average lifespan of a $1 bill is just under 7 years. For a $100 bill, which is handled a bit more carefully, it's about 23 years. But eventually, every bill gets worn out. It becomes soft, torn, or too dirty to be used. So, what happens then? Do they just get thrown in the trash? Absolutely not. This is where the first part of our journey begins: retirement. When a commercial bank receives a stack of cash, they don't just put it back into the ATM, they run it through sophisticated sorting machines. These machines are incredibly fast, scanning thousands of bills per minute. They check for authenticity, but they also check for fitness. Is the bill too limp? Is it torn? Does it have graffiti on it? If a bill fails this fitness test, it's flagged and separated. This is the end of the line for that specific note. These condemned bills are bundled up and sent on a one-way trip to one of the 12 Federal Reserve banks across the country. There, their fate is sealed. They are shredded into tiny, confetti-like pieces, a process known as destruction. Millions of dollars are destroyed this way every single day. But this destruction is what makes reprinting necessary. For every bill that's taken out of circulation, a new one must be born to take its place. And that brings us to the most exciting part: the creation of new money. This doesn't happen at your local print shop. New U.S. currency is printed at only 2 locations in the entire world: the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, or BEP, facilities in Washington, D.C., and Fort Worth, Texas. These places are like Fort Knox for paper money. The process of creating a new bill is a masterpiece of art and security. It all starts with a very special kind of paper. It's not actually paper at all, but a unique blend of 75% cotton and 25% linen. This is why our money feels so distinct and can survive an accidental trip through the laundry. Tiny red and blue security fibers are embedded throughout this paper, which is one of the first lines of defense against counterfeiting. You can actually see these if you look closely at a bill. Next up is the printing process, which happens in several stages, each adding another layer of complexity and security. The first stage is offset printing, which lays down the subtle background colors on both sides of the note at the same time. Think of the light green and peach colors you see on a modern $20 bill. This process uses massive printing presses that can print thousands of sheets per hour. But the real magic happens during the next stage, called intaglio printing. This is where the main design elements, the portrait, the vignettes, and the numbers are printed. The ink used here is thick, and the printing plates are hand engraved with incredible detail. When the paper is pressed against the plate with immense pressure, it not only transfers the ink but also creates a raised texture. If you run your finger over the portrait on a new bill, you can feel it. This is a key security feature that's very difficult for counterfeiters to replicate. But we're not done yet. After the intaglio printing, the sheets go through yet another press. This one adds the final layer of security features that make modern currency so amazing. This is where features like the serial numbers, the Federal Reserve seal, and the Treasury seal are added. On newer bills, this is also when the color-shifting ink is applied. You know that number in the bottom right corner of a $20 or $100 bill that changes color from copper to green when you tilt it? That's applied here. This special ink contains microscopic metallic flakes that reflect light differently at different angles. It's an incredibly advanced piece of technology designed to stay one step ahead of counterfeiters. Once all the printing stages are complete, the large sheets, each containing 32 or 50 notes, go through a final, rigorous inspection. This is done by both high-speed computer systems and trained human eyes. The computer system, known as the Currency Over Printing Processing and Inspection System, or COPIS, scans every single sheet. It checks for printing errors, smudges, or any deviation from the perfect standard. Any sheet that doesn't meet the strict quality control is rejected and destroyed. Humans also perform spot checks to ensure the automated systems are working perfectly. There is absolutely no room for error when you're printing money. Finally, after passing inspection, the sheets are ready to become individual bills. They are cut into single notes, bundled into straps of 100, and then grouped into bundles of 10 straps, which is 1,000 notes. These bundles are shrink-wrapped and packed into large containers called bricks. These bricks are then securely transported from the Bureau of Engraving and Printing to the Federal Reserve Banks. This is where the new cash waits to enter circulation. When commercial banks need to restock their vaults, they place an order with their regional Federal Reserve Bank. The brand new crisp bills are shipped out, and the cycle begins all over again. That new dollar bill you get as change might have just been printed weeks ago in Fort Worth. It will then travel from person to person, business to business, until it becomes worn and is eventually sent back to the Fed to be retired, making way for the next generation of currency. So, the next time you hold a dollar bill, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey it represents. From a secret paper formula and multi-layered printing process to a life of constant travel and a final shredding retirement, every single note is part of a massive, secure, and continuous cycle. It's a testament to the artistry and technology required to maintain a stable and trustworthy currency. The reprinting of cash isn't just about replacing old paper, it's about sustaining the very foundation of our economy. It's a process that's happening right now, ensuring that the money in your wallet is always ready for your next transaction. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the world of currency creation. If you found this as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more behind-the-scenes explorations. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Got any questions or ideas for another topic? Drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.